Spencer, a 1-0 home defeat to Chippenham Town this afternoon. I don't think we really showed what we're about this afternoon. Would you agree?
Yes, I think it's almost a rinse and repeat. The Hemel game, to a large degree, the Braintree game, and we're running on empty. I'm afraid I don't want to knock the lads too much because we've done really well to get to this point, but a lot of them look like they're running on empty. Perhaps got the team wrong. Could have potentially brought in more legs. I must first and foremost thank our amazing ground staff, particularly Phil and Kev. They got the pitch on at all because it was a third of the pitch had water on it for most of the morning, and the pitch was really, really heavy. And as I said, a lot of our lads looked really tired, and it was a totally nothing game. We didn't play well. With greatest respect, I don't think Chippenham played well either on a very sapping pitch. But we've only really had one good chance in the game from Tommy in the second half. We've had 4 or 5 shots from distance, not except for the one that's tucked the crossbar. And what have they had? I think 2 attempts the whole game. But we've not done enough, and we literally look a cliche running on empty at the moment. A few lads that think they're doing better than they are, and I'm not sure they're preparing right. But I have to look at that, and because we've got 10 games still to go. But all I can do, and all this team must do, is focus 100% on Tuesday night, which, as I've told the players, is like a cup final for us now, because we just need to focus on trying to get a win from somewhere, because we do look exceptionally tired. And I just thought Chippenham, congratulations to them, they're now 10 unbeaten, 4 straight wins, and they just were that half yard quicker to everything, and they managed to pass the ball better. Some of our passing was diabolical at times, and we didn't really create anything, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Harry broke down in the warm-up. He's gone and done his groin, so that could be season over. So Mason, we weren't expecting in the squad. He passed himself fit to go on the bench. He started, but he looked really, really tired. Tommy obviously came in from Aldershot, and I thought he started reasonably brightly but faded, which is again totally understandable. But on a very, very heavy pitch, we didn't perform well. Probably should have been a draw. It's a soft penalty. It is a penalty, but it's soft. It sort of summed us up. We were sort of slightly second to everything. Very poor game, really, but we haven't created anywhere near enough, and it's very frustrating. And I don't want and will not let this season sort of deteriorate. We've done fantastically well to get where we are now, and we can do well, but we've got to just focus on Tuesday night now.
And do you think big credit goes to Chippenham today? They're flying at the moment.
Look, massive credit to the run they're on. And congratulations for winning today. But I mean, there was nothing in the game. It was just one stupid penalty from our perspective. We haven't done enough. Their keepers tipped one beautifully onto the bar. Turner, I think Turner's made one save, and John made a mistake in the first half. But it was just a nothing game. It was a poor quality game because the pitch was horrific, and to the spectators it looks really, really good, but it was pretty much water all over it, and it was so heavy. But they coped slightly better than we did. They were younger than we were, and I think they ran harder than we did. It's very rare I can say that, and that's disappointing. But you're throwing Mason back in. Obviously that wasn't the plan, and I said things went against us. But I don't want to take too much away from us. But I also want the reality of it wasn't good enough today. It just wasn't good enough. To win games, you've got to create more than one good chance in the game. I know we've had sort of 5 or 6 distant shots, one that's clipped the bar, but we've not done enough. And then the attacking of the throws, which we worked out at training, was again poor, and I thought their captain was head and shoulders literally man of the match. We've not done enough. There's not been enough hunger there for us, and we've got to learn quick, because we've still got 10 games to go, and a massive one starting on Tuesday, and we can only take that one game at a time. But it's important the season doesn't just peter out. We go, oh, what a great 3 quarters of the season. No, we need more. And I said, well, I have to look at the selection on that basis. We left Jack Ball out today purely for a rest. Want to change the system today because of the way that they played. He took a bad knock, as most people know, last week, and he trained well, but just the players are mentally and physically tired, some of them, and they've got to take responsibility when they play poorly, because the passing today was very, very poor and the energy levels weren't there. And congratulations for Chippenham for seeing it out.
And can you talk about the latest movements on the player front? Obviously, Tommy Willard's come in from Aldershot Town on loan, and Cards has signed as well.
Cards has trained twice, and I've got a few lads for free in, but this does look like it's not the time. So if I need to stick Nick Giardini on for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I think he'll do me a good job. So I'm very grateful to him. He made it clear. He came to me and he said, I'll do it for nothing. And great support. He loves the club. So it's an option, but obviously got to be realistic. Tommy Willard was desperately needed to chase the situation. Obviously this is before Harry broke down. So, you know, we didn't think Mason would be fit. So, you know, he will be good for the time. There's no doubt. I said he'll get better and better as he gets the minutes into him. So that's good news. And he can play up top. He can play wide if a 2 or 3. So there's options there. Obviously we have to balance the books. So we put Michael back on contract and loaned him out. So you know, it's the right thing that he's playing. You know, Hungerford are doing well. So you know they're trying to fight for their lives. So we have to balance the books. I think there'll be a couple more to go out this week and a sniff of one more to come in, and I'll have to keep looking at it because we do look exceptionally tired. And I said, look, we've been great. I don't want to absolutely lamb past the players there, but today wasn't good enough, and we run normally so much harder than that, work so much, and we've got much more quality than that. And it was a very poor pitch for both teams, but Chippenham managed it that slightly bit better than we did, and hence they've got the 3 points.
And we've got Slough Town here on Tuesday evening. What kind of game are you expecting from them?
I think Slough, Scott Davis has done the most incredible job, because obviously good friends of ours resigned. There was question marks all over the club, an initial budget cut, this was all public announced, and he's managed to keep an exceptional group of players, you know, 13, 14 outstanding National South players, and the biggest credit I can give them is they're still the biggest pain in the backside to the bookies, because whenever you write them off they go and get a fantastic result because they've got such good players, and you know he's pulled them right out of the mire. You know they've done so well, they've got a lot of players we know, and it'll be a very, very difficult game. Another team we haven't played this season, they've got some great players, and if you're not on it they'll go and beat you as they've done 3-4 zips. You know it's another tough game at the moment. I'm just worried about ourselves at the moment. I've really not bothered about Slough or Hampton or whoever we're going to play next. We need to focus on ourselves and recovery and try to dig really deep to bring it back to where we were. We're having a wobble, there's no doubt about it. It's not terrible. We've lost 1-0 at home to a penalty, you know, again. But it's not enough, and we should be learning. And sometimes you have to really dig deep, and it's a learning exercise. You have to really dig deep down and go, oh, right, I am tired, but I'm going to get a result. And if I'm really tired, I'm going to tell the management staff and go, Gaffer, I'm running on empty at the moment. And no one's saying that. They really aren't. And that's, you know, sometimes you have to be honest with yourself and go, I'm not doing it. So we'll look at the videos again, we'll look at the stats again. We know it's going to be very difficult against Slough, as I said. So, but it's a bit of a derby in a way. Slough travel normally very well, so that's good. And as I said, congratulations to Chippenham. They were very well supported here, so that was good. And as I said, massive thanks, praise goes to our ground staff and volunteers again. So they're back on the pitch already. We have to go again. There's no hiding place. People need to dig deep. We need to get the selection right, and you know, Slough had a tough day today as well. No excuse. Let's go again. Everyone's tired. We need to find more. We need to find more, and if we can find more, then we'll move on to the next one. But tough day. Tough day.
Brilliant. Thank you, Spencer, and good luck for Tuesday.
Thank you.